Alright, so we last played Sexy Brutale a few months ago, but we got to what I think is a really good stopping point. I watched the end of the VOD. Looks like we're in a completely different section of the building. If you haven't seen this game before, it's pretty cool. It's basically the mask trading minigame from Majora's Mask, like writ large as an entire game. Howdy, Game Saucer. How you doing? What's up, Johan? So we'll see if I can remember buttons and stuff. It'll take me a minute. I googled it today too. I'm like, I wonder if that was actually the idea, and it sounds like, yeah, the indie devs really enjoyed the Majora's Mask puzzles and made a whole game around it. With some other stuff, it kind of mixes that with like a text adventure. You explore this mansion, you collect objects that are similar to the masks that give you powers even when you rewind time and you're trying to like stop a series of murders. I think we've stopped all of them except for one, I want to say. I also got a new power at the end of the last section that I should check out what it was. I always get the lighter, I always get the pocket watch, and there's a third thing that I haven't found yet. Yeah, so second sight, clock mastery, perfect hearing, light-fingered touch, architect insight, shattering voice. So shattering voice lets me break stained glass, light-fingered touch lets me pick locks, perfect hearing lets me hear anything. I think I just got clock mastery and architect insight, so I'm not sure what those two do. Do not want to restart the day. It seems correct to just kind of run around and explore every area before we get too far. So we're trying to like play out the events of the day before we reset. We can't enter a room with people because we're not technically here, if I recall correctly. Yeah, how's it going, Kiri? Delicate Class 2s. Yeah, that's a cool soundtrack. Hey, it's the Blood Lady. Some of his most powerful secrets locked up tight. Behind the statue, there's a door. Let me see what's behind this door. Alright, Blood Lady. I'll try. Anything for you, old chum. Pipes or tubes connected to the statue. They feel more organic than metal. What if there's any like iconic mini games or sequences in a AAA title that could merit exploring as an entire game, similar to the Majora's Mask Endgame trading side quests? Back in your trousers, please, sir. What are you doing here, Death? Huge amount of power is being used in this room. Mechanized skeleton robot is on the table. Its innards are laid open. Okay. Roulette ball. Hi, Benedict. A steel roulette ball. Okay. I don't know what I expected. There's somebody up top there. Statue, relative to the ones upstairs, this is the king. Right, the statues upstairs from watching the end of the VOD are the like one-armed bandit slot machine things. Doesn't really look like something that should be set on fire. That's fair. I need to find an arm. Yes, Ben, you're very cute. Thanos avoids the lift shaft. Immolate instead. Oh, this is the plan to murder everybody. Render in the furnace. Grayson, lure, entrap, impale. Red, self-termination on electrics. Tequila, lethal self-laceration, then feed the spider. Drowning too mundane, despair into hanging. Here's the garage. Put her in with the spider. Poison him instead. When you hear sound effects like that, that's someone getting shot in the story earlier. Blow his brains out. Okay, yeah, I think that's the death method for all those characters we've already met. I think the cards you pick up are just kind of collectibles. They actually do anything important. So I don't think any of these on the wall are new, because there's only one person remaining to save, isn't that right? Yeah. Oh, I gotta read this real quick. Visiting certain areas in the mansion will trigger memories and reveal secrets. Unlock new entries in the brochure by using the power when a prompt appears. Okay. He has knowledge of the building. The tube is horrible to be near. I think there's another door I skipped. The map also records like the path that everybody run into. Oh, this is wild. That's cool. We play it backwards and hear an evil message. That's neat. Something in the brochure I haven't seen. Halo effects, how you doing? Those were earlier missions. Gramophone room. Who would create such a thing? Orm and Lack Mechanics, Thanos Inspiration, Sixpence Innovation, Kilo the Drive. He arrived back at the beginning, older but no wiser. Gotta open this door. Patched together with all the wooden beams, it feels insecure, like an old place just holding together. Small sapling pokes up from the cracks. Seems like something should be set on fire. Wouldn't make sense to use the ball there. Large basin filled with brackish water. Cocktail goblet. First few pages are filled with tally marks. Sheets are dirty. Use the goblet on the water. Oh. Filled cocktail goblet. Okay. Oh, can I use it on the tree before I leave? Soil is now wet. Can I keep filling the cup? Yeah, I don't know if anything happens if I do it more than once. See if I can turn on the cat cam real quick. He's been extra snuggly since Andrea's been gone this week. He usually snuggles with her. Hi, sir. See ya. Oh. Pinball. That's cool. They do have some fun adventure game like uses for items that you find. Oh, this is gnarly. What's up with this? Is this like if you have all the secret cards in the game, you can do something here? All the secret pickups. Not exactly. Is it related to those cards though? Oh, I wanted me to use this mask. Knowledge floods your minds means it added something to the map or the brochure. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe neither. Nope, we got it this time. That's the entry to the codex. Alright, well, that's good to know. That weird iron lung looking thing. Can't do anything in there. About to be at the end of the night, we'll have to rewind. I think I've seen most of the rooms now, and I know how to start one of these going. Hey, it's the Bloody Rain. Don't think there's anything to do in the gramophone room other than get that one card. So I have to get a statue arm for this thing. So far, none of the puzzles have required backtracking to earlier areas. Can I just confirm that this one does not involve backtracking out of the basement? I'm pretty sure there's a statue arm up above me, but... Don't need to use the elevator. Okay, thanks. Let's look at the map and study. Time is paused while I'm in this screen, right? Try to plan out what I'm going to do. So I know how to turn that one on. Presumably I have to turn the one on the bottom on as well. There's a weird room with death in it. I guess there's a couple doors I didn't find. I didn't fully explore around this area. Pod appears to be pure copper. Questions worth a small fortune. Stinky book of cheeses. Embrace the stench. I don't like stinky cheese. I don't have a refined palate. Hey, dumbwaiter. Someone mind typing exclamation point on cat cam? I can't reach the button to turn it off because Ben is sitting on both of my hands. Oh, it didn't work. Shit. Alright. Sorry, Ben. I'm gonna have to disrupt your comfort a little bit. He's okay with it. Series of books in the history of Japanese ghost stories. Spiky box with padlock. I think I may have just disabled the cat cam commands. Look into it. Triptych with the inscription at the bottom, the story of Aoyagi. That's weird. I'll try to take a look at that after stream. Okay, I did get stuck for a second. Thought the game was logging up. Secret passage to the basements. Wait, I think I've been down here already, haven't I? Maybe. This area seems familiar. Just funny because that means well, let's see, I'll finish exploring real quick. So if this is another way for me to get back to areas I've already visited, then LudoFX was very careful with his wording, which I appreciate. Don't have to use the elevator again. Falling out a window. Who doesn't love it? Okay. So, let me think. The statue arm probably isn't marked on the map, right? Hidden dumbwaiter, hidden passage. Transfer for bar entry, secret passage. CCTV code, hidden passage. Can I always open these hidden passages from both sides once I discover them? Hungry charm meals, that's right. Being able to come upstairs like this is definitely interesting. I think there's still one room that I haven't fully explored. They all look like doors. Okay. So it does not open from this side. Once you come through it in one direction, you can apply that knowledge when you come back in the future, right? Oh, it's like a painting. I see. Clever. Let's go this way. I'm gonna check that final room, and I might try to go upstairs and find the arm. I don't remember where I found it, just that it was directly above me, so it might be faster to take the elevator? I don't know. Straight down and then through the room over here. So you continue to be very cute, Ben. I do not remember where the arm was stored, no. It was just somewhere, because it was from the previous puzzle, right, where we had to do all of the statues. The one-armed bandits. Yeah, that's fine, it affects things. Too technical to understand. Move the edges of your memory. Oh, it was in the dumbwaiter? Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's been a few months. Oh, so it wasn't there when I checked it first. Does somebody stashes it there at some point in the day? I might see that in the timeline because I may have seen them do it. Hidden dumbwaiter. I think I'm seeing it here. Okay, yeah, I don't know if I realized that was a dumbwaiter before. So it's around 220 that he stashes it. I remember it's the same one that I used in the previous chapter. I just didn't remember where it ended up getting put. So I remember I had to run around it and use all of the one-armed bandits. Very clever. No, I appreciate it. I would not have remembered. I would not have thought to check the waiter at a different time. I considered it was like, oh, it's just got a card in it. That's cool. Oh, that removes the statue. Bunch of graves. Red Rock Ridge, Red Flower, Orm Runes. I've already set up graves for all these people before they've died. Graveyard. Recognize the names of the graves, you recognize the carvings on the stone. I replace light gray. Only 3 places to place stuff. Maybe it's the color of the characters. Clay, red, Orem. So clay, I think, is the light blue. Red was... He wasn't the green guy, right? Alright, hold on. This is the gray flowers. I'm going to put that somewhere else. Because I can read the inventory details on them as well. Sorry, I might have to look in inventory. Musician's Grasp. Okay. Gold rhododendron, glints in the light. I think it's really just supposed to be the colors that they're associated with. So clay should be purple. Gold, I think, would have been Orem. Red was... I guess gray's probably the closest I can go with. Huh. Oh wait, it's locking in once I get one right. Okay. That's helpful. So how was I supposed to solve that one? Was it not the colors of them? Eleanor. Oh, cool. That one looks like it went all the way. The first one did not. What was the last name? Eleanor what? Okay, we're gonna have to reset one more time, but now I know how to do things. Let me check on this one here. I don't know what else I would do in this room. I guess maybe they don't mind if you brute force it. Yeah. It's more about figuring out the order in which you have to do stuff than it is the solutions to individual puzzles. Yeah, I can't get the thing from the dumbwaiter yet. That's interesting. So they stay on even when I rewind time? I wonder if they have some kind of power that allows that to work. Oh, this thing's taller after rewinding time. It would have taken years to grow this large. Oh, it's too bad I didn't make it back to explore this room last route. I'm supposed to keep growing it every time. Alright, let me rewind again. Ben, you're very cute. Burn a metal tumbler. It's definitely bigger. I think there's only been like one level so far that was possible without doing any time rewinding, and it was one that I solved accidentally. Oh, okay. Right on. I guess there's a red wire in the... Oh, there's a red wire coming out of that room. That's cool. Watering a tree. Money, the heck? Who's this? Well, that seems bad. Run? Blood Lady's bummed. This is fun. Utterly tiresome. You found my secret, etc., etc. Using these mirrors to show him the guest being murdered over and over again. Tormenting him until his tears of sorrow and rage fill the tank. That's dark. Control every part of this world. This creature is what you might consider the battery, my power source. The fact that he can see me is interesting. Sapphire tear ring. Like, locked God in a... Okay. Right on. Oh, what happened, Johan? How did it not go as intended? Alright, Sapphire Tear Ring is the last thing that travels through time with me, I guess? Given to you by the Bloody Girl. So, the only area I remember not finishing exploring in the main castle was... Let me see if I can find it on the map. Yeah, I was up here. Like this room, past the shattered stained glass window. So, I guess we'll go that way. I don't have anywhere else to really check off the top of my head. Do not advance time. Maybe I can't take the elevator back up. To use that passage I found. And I'll try to find another clock to attune to. I do like the whole attuned to clocks mechanic. It's cool. It's interesting that you're allowed to explore the entire facility, but so far none of the puzzles have ever required you to go back to a previous area. I think you just kind of learn that through playing through the different levels, that you don't ever have to backtrack. I guess you kind of have to backtrack in the sense that you have to move through areas you've already been to, but... Alright. Oh, I forgot that was a mask power to attune to the clocks, that makes sense. Reginald, I think his name was. Figure out where this place is. It's not very far. I might want to reset time then, so the time it takes me to walk upstairs doesn't bite me in the butt. Restart the day, yes please. Did you end up going somewhere else or doing something different, Yahan? Don't crash. I have to wait for them to leave. Oh, no museum. Bummer. Do you ever get stressed out when you have plans and you can't deliver on them, even if the day ends up being fine, like having to suddenly change plans? It stresses me out a lot. This is interesting, like you can see all these people talking through the whole game, but what they're saying only makes sense after you've already solved most of the murders. Shatter the glass. Yeah, I imagine if you spend a bunch of time in all the areas, you can eavesdrop on everybody and everything. I think I mentioned this in the first session, but this game kind of has the indie game feel of having a bunch of wacky characters that it doesn't really spend any time introducing you to. So a lot of it, they're like using names like, yo, Red said this. I'm like, I don't know who that is. I don't know what they want me to feel about this situation. Mark with the teardrop. Yep, I'm glad we came this way. Well, that's not good. What is happening? Oh, it already says that I'm bound to this one. That's interesting. Yeah. This is fine. Okay, interesting. So I'm in the same building, maybe? here earlier. Yeah, this is fine. I think we're in an alternate version of the building where everything's on fire. So we had to solve that one by rewinding in that room. So we moved back into a different building prop. It looks like the sexy Brutale. Game's stuttering a bit now, I don't know why. It's the game, not stream. Nothing else running on this machine. A bit of accessing, like traveling into the future or something. Oh hey, it's the Bloody Lady. Pregos? Trees tease me dreadfully about my lifestyle. I do have your ring. I had a couple things that don't go away when we reset, like the puzzles from earlier with the machines persisted through time travel. Ruby Heart Ring. You married us. Right, because the protagonist is like a priest or something? I guess he'd have to be. Eventual groundhog. Maybe this room has no bed. Maybe they're not the same person. The mansion was on fire. The guests died. What? Creature in the golden mask brought them all back, torturing us over and over. Oh, so maybe the day ends with everything being on fire. I see, and the deaths happen leading up to that. Maybe you can stop him with that ring. Sixpence was so close. My uncle. Ah. Okay, I gotta remember where that was. Mirror walk. Life is all connected to people and places in the sexy Brutale. Mass allowed you to travel by stepping into the mirrors placed throughout the mansion. Travel through any mirror in the sexy Brutale. Oh, movement of all guests has been revealed to you. We must be getting close to the end. It makes sense since we're looking for the final murder solved. Oh, my hair changed color. Yeah, I like that. I like when games do that. Proceed inside the place. Watch you, Lefcadio. Your arrival was unexpected. All these years you've done your dutiful loop, dying along with Sixpence in the chapel, and all of a sudden one day you're running around ruining everything. Oh, that's cool. utterly candid with you now, Boone. End this right now, I gotta end you. Become Neo. Become exceedingly efficient at it. Not really a murderer. That answer is most assuredly yes. Killed him stone dead. Ben is still sitting here, by the way. And have him move him when we switch to Ratchet and Clank. Reminding us what's happening to everyone. Oh, I see. The little death robot downstairs was from this room. I forgot about that. Yeah, this is cool. I've got the night free. Andrew's still out of town, so I might go over a little bit just to not wrap Sexy Brutale with minutes remaining. It feels like we're pretty close to the end of the game. It's like the giant evil psychic anglerfish. Made her suicidal. Getting monologued at by this villain. Her body down a garbage chute. I don't think we ever actually saw that murder. We stopped it from happening, but we didn't see it. This one was pretty brutal. The one we missed. I think we saw all the other ones. Saw him get burned in the furnace, which is brutal. Pretty Brutale. Yeah, a lift that doubled as an incinerator. That makes sense. The window shatters behind her, lacerating her. She has a blood loss, and they throw her down the chute. Woof. Just one mind away, so it wasn't his mansion that he built, you know? Heard my confession. I am a murderer. This is not a brag or a boast. I am not good or clever for it. I am sinful and gross. I've killed everyone in the mansion. There's one person who didn't die. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, this room. Put a mask on his face and a machine forced him to breathe until his fist. Ha. It's a good question. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that there was lore for me to inspect in each of the rooms as I was talking to him. Whoops. This Eleanor's grave that we saw, right? Meet him and then decide if this day should end. Lucas is empty. We saw Eleanor talking about Lucas. Okay. I have to find a mirror, right? I don't know if I recognize where that door was. See. Yeah, you can tell me, I don't remember. I recognize the area, but I don't know how to get there. It's a screen that I've been on before. Behind the elevator incinerator. Okay, that sounds right. Familiar. Oh, I'm pretty close to that already, aren't I? Oh, right. Okay. Thank you. Incinerator. I like incinerator, that's good. Burninator. Oh, hey, we're back in the church. Chapel winding key. Yeah, so I'll just go over until we finish, and we'll just count it against your sub-block hours for your next draw prop. If you wanted to bank around to make sure that you had at least an hour, just let me know. Or not, whatever, we'll see how much time is left over at the end. Let's reset to here. I might just go a little bit over with credits, though, even if it's going to be very soon. I assume there's going to be a full puzzle here. Let's see. I can see Reginald. What's this? It says I can see everything, even some stuff that I haven't been here for, right? Yeah, because he comes and kills Reginald, the Two of Diamonds guy. I don't see anybody else here. I guess there's a door up there that I haven't checked. Try that real quick. Excuse me. Oh, Heaven and Hell staircase. That was connected all along. I don't think I'm supposed to be here, right? I'm supposed to be in the chapel. This seems like backtracking, but it's interesting that it even connects in the first place. Exploring all the rooms here. Get the blank cartridge. Let me look at the clock here. I think Reginald spends all of his time in that room with the organ. So I don't think I can go back in there without the game yelling at me. So I'll rewind again real fast. Yeah, I've checked every other room and it doesn't look like there are any new things to interact with, so... The fact that Reginald's only in there... He's in there the whole time, but there's only a brief time that he's not, makes me think that's where I should be going. Wafers don't do anything. Marble altar doesn't do anything. The wine doesn't do anything. There's a stained glass in the back corner, but there's no indicator for it. Oh yeah, I got the candle power, that's probably it. Oh, but no, I need to light it with something else to be able to use it, that's right. Try the window. Oh, there is one there, I just couldn't see it. Just mixing it with the light. What does that do? Well found, Boone. Please come join me. Will do. Can't control you. Can't make you part of my world. Decide for yourself whether or not this world is the right one for us. Lucas Bond was the Marquis of the Sexy Brutale. Brought us all here to judge this man, or rather to sentence him. His guilt is not in question. Oh, his mask is like the masks on the statue. That's cool. Watch carefully, though. Explosives are all primed. Well, that's why it ends at midnight. Oh, interesting. This game's about insurance fraud, and he accidentally murders everyone. Sort of. Am I really going to condemn him for insurance fraud and possible mass murder? Bunch of dynamite. Oh, this is like in a giant clock tower. You gamble and not one that's paid off. Who loses money on a casino? Wait, Don't answer that. Because if no one goes to it, yeah. Kaboom! With the lack of level here, it's just watching the cutscene and seeing how he dies. I'm gonna jump out the window. It's just a casino for his friends. He survived that fall, but he lived. Okay, so the mansion didn't truly die to giant spiders or demon fish or crushing cages. It died in the fire this man set. Kept the mansion running, embellished the deaths, added flair, but this is the man truly responsible. Interesting. Yeah, okay, we'll try. Didn't look like there were multiple rooms from the scope. Alright, I can't go down by him. Wait till he leaves the room, possibly? I guess there's a room to the side I can scope to. Let me do that while I wait. Who are you, golden skeleton man? It's a really good question. Can I not go in that door? I guess it doesn't have an indicator on it. Presumably not. It's Red Skull. This is a scheme to get the Sisto. Okay, so I'm already bound to that clock. I can't move time forward with it. He didn't spend a lot of time in that room, though. Violin for practice? Excuse me. Just to be clear, I cannot go in the door in the bottom left while he's in the room, right? I'm just going back into the room. Maybe I can go check out the bomb now. Oh, it's a clock. Oh, that's pretty genius. Surprised they didn't. I guess they were saving it for this puzzle, right? Because now I can warp back. Yeah, let's restart the day. That's cute. Yeah, it's like you either use that a lot, you use moving clocks, or you save it for one puzzle. It works. Explosives. Wire cutters, yeah. It seems like that would be useful. The tale of the sexy Brutale. I would have gone off early. You can forget having the mask chase you through. There's no need for that anymore. What are you doing here? Laffy. There's one of these devices in every fireplace, and the fireplaces are all connected, but no one will be hurt. Can't imagine what would have happened. Interesting, so he did actually blow everybody up. That's a bummer. He did not intend, but he acted and they died. They all died. He killed them, Boone. He must have been the guy on the table who was barely alive? That doesn't make sense, right? Well, it might have been him because he survived his fall, right? So he's punishing himself, basically. Memory of a broken man, reliving the nightmare of the night he murdered everyone dear to him. Lucas. Be the same face. Or it's his son. Oh. Interesting. So it's like, it looks like a young, middle-aged, and old versions of the same person. Yeah, me too. I'm trying to put it together. I don't know if it's like son, father, grandfather, or if it's like all the same person at different stages of their life. It's not a good time travel story. Almost died when you fell. Okay, so it's different stages of one person's life. I was the Marquis. But why was I a Lafcadio? Yeah. That's why Gold Mask Guy was calling me Boone. I think this is all meant to be like psychological, that this is just torment that he does to himself in his head, and he relives it over and over and over and tries to imagine things being done differently. That's my guess. I knew I had a crazy mustache this whole time. No. Let's not restart the day. Okay, that's kind of a cool theme for the game, tying it into the whole time travel mechanic. Literally reliving a day over and over. I guess it being an accident is an interesting twist, though. Like, they just kind of throw out there, and yeah, all the ways they died that made this a video game, that didn't actually happen. Like... Because I don't know how to explore that idea better, though. Right, so we're all going back, and this is reminding us how all these bad things happened before, how we stop them, or we're letting them happen again. I think this is all the solutions again. Yeah, okay, it definitely is. Look what's left of the life you still have. He seems like a pretty old dude at this point. Yeah, very awesome. I like that as an ending. Poor guy. I wonder in what order this game was developed. Did they come up with the premise first, the ending first, the mechanical concept of Majora's Mask training mission? Yeah, I thought they were going to do a final puzzle, because I think there might be enough time, especially if you have the mirror teleport ability. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of felt like the game just sort of wrapped. Like you had that puzzle at the door, and it just kind of wraps up real fast. And maybe it would have been tough, because there's enough time in the day for you to save everyone, right? The game keeps hinting that that's going to happen with hearing the sounds of deaths throughout the day. Yeah, sure. You can tell me anything about the game that I missed. Did I get the story right, that it was Boone the entire time? Just him in his mind? There was no game, there was no other murders or mechanics. It's kind of like a psychological torture he's doing to himself? Okay. That's cool. I like that as an ending. I guess I wonder if you could have better ludonarrative synergy. The problem is they want him to be essentially blameless in the end, and that he accidentally sets off these accidents. So it's not like he's a bad guy that actually murdered all of his friends in these fantastical ways. It's that he's embellishing the memory to make it a video game that you can play that's not just go and cut the wires to a single bomb, right? Keys to a room near the big sexy Brutale room. Leads to a chained demon. Oh. You find all the cards, it releases the demon and has kind of an odd party ending. It's funny. So, when it asks you if you want to rewind time again, that's your opportunity to go back and find all the cards and stuff that you missed. Falls back into his old vices of gambling and carousing. Okay. Does the game hint at all where the whole name Lafcadio Boone came from? Like, that's such a specific fake name. I guess he's pretending to be the priest that married him and his wife. At least in the service of the story. Yeah. It's a cool game, though. Thanks for putting it on Subblock property. I enjoyed it. The premise was really neat. Had a good message at the end, too. Alright, switch to the next Subblock game. This will take me a bit because it's on the frame my